Hi guys! Today we're going to talk about chapter 2 of my autobiography. Earlier I said chapter 3, but I was confused, so excuse me. But this is chapter 2, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So last time in chapter 1, I ended it off with how I heard those buzzing sounds, and I feel like it's because I'm not from this planet, and then I got shy and cut it off. But I'm going to keep going now because you guys are interested in knowing my story, and I'm also very excited to share that with you. Alright, so let's get straight to it. Chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2. After experiencing all that as a child, I felt like this strange, how would you say it? I felt like there was a strange war going on, like in the spirit world maybe or something, but I felt like there's a very strong war right now between the dark forces and the light forces. And I know that sounds like a crazy movie type stuff, but it's for real. And when I was younger, I actually met some of these light beings. They were actually very benevolent creatures, I would say. They were actually like light beings. They were white in color, and they were translucent almost, and I felt like a very friendly energy from them. And I would have these encounters with them, but I believe what they were probably angels, and probably my spirit guides or guardian angels, because they would come in and out of my life a lot. And when I was little, ever since I was little, I always had this very, very strong yearning to go back home, wherever that was, which was weird to me because, I was only a child. I felt that way since I was 3. Since I was a baby. And I always felt like, and I wasn't old enough to try to explain myself to adults or anybody, because I didn't understand what was happening. But in my heart, I felt like I really want to go home. I really yearned so badly to go home. And I told myself, well, what are you talking about? Because you are home. You're here on Earth. You're home. Stop being crazy. But that wasn't good enough, so I remember one time when I was about 3 or 4 years old, everyone was sleeping, and I walked downstairs, and I went into the kitchen, and I grabbed a kitchen knife, and I put it right here on my chest. As a baby, that's quite disturbing, because as a child, at 3 or 4 years old, a child at that age should not understand what suicide means. Hopefully not. But for me, nobody put that in my head. Nobody, told me about that kind of stuff, because who would talk to children about suicide at 3 years old? I was a toddler. But I had this strong urge to just end my life so I could go home, which is crazy, because I remember standing there in the kitchen with a huge kitchen knife, and I had it to my chest, and I was like, do it so I can go home. But then I didn't do it, of course, because I felt like, well, you can't do that, because you'll break your family's heart, and they love you very much, so you need to stay here and complete this mission, whatever that was, unbeknownst to me at the time. So fast forward a few more years. I lived pretty simple, normal childhood, I would say, until I was about 11 years old. Things got a little bit crazy, and that's when things got very crazy, and I started being able to travel. I would actually, nobody taught me these things. It was just something I was always in tune with the universe. And every night before bed, during bed,